So for many people in the world, I think the elephant in the room is China, and many people are kind of afraid that China is now too big to be influenced, and probably it won't change its ways, even if some of its behaviors are problematic. Now, one of the interesting facts about Japanese history is that the Japanese people have always been accustomed to live next to this giant. China has been dormant. Napoleon famously said, "Let China sleep," but now it's awake and it's growing with speed. And the West is probably surprised and afraid of China's growth. But for Japan, throughout most of its history, the China has been the giant neighbor, and the Japanese culture has been accustomed to that. So I think actually Japan has defined its uniqueness, in comparison to China. So I think in the coming days, I think Japan would have some wisdom how to deal with this giant. And I think one of the things that the Japanese tradition did was to understand China. Japanese scholars read Chinese literature and discussed about Chinese political systems and cultural systems. So I think that's what we should do. The U.S. is trying different strategies compared to before, away from engagement, because engagement didn't lead to significant improvements in their view of Chinese political economic system. But so I think the U.S. is kind of trying antagonism now. That's one strategy, I think, but it is not immediately clear where it will lead. So I think we really need to try to understand China, its political system, the Communist Party, what the general public is thinking, and the general ethos and zeitgeist of the Chinese society. Because yes, it is the elephant in the room, and everybody is thinking about China, how to deal with it, but it's not good to ignore it or just come to a confrontational relationship with China. And I think Japanese society has traditionally been aware of these constraints that really need to take into consideration when we come to terms with China.